Technology has seen amazing new discoveries and inventions over time, such as self-driving cars, drones and robots, and continues to evolve into a powerful and influential industry. A new technology trend is virtual fashion, which is slowly being implemented into all areas of this industry. This video will explore how this new technology can disrupt the industry, along with how this technology can be implemented in the new emerging brand House of Sunny. Sunny is a modern and trendy company founded in 2011 by Sunny Williams, which is becoming increasingly popular in the later Generation Z and early millennial age range. They sell a wide range of products targeted towards women, and they have a defiant sustainability focus. Coming back to their sustainability focus, they choose to drop 2 collections a year to avoid supporting the trend of fast fashion. They are also an e-commerce company which uses approximately 30% less energy according to their website, House of Sunny. House of Sunny's products are 100% biodegradable and made from 100% recycled materials. Another action House of Sunny does to ensure they are committing to their sustainability vision is that they place their spare samples on Depop instead of wasting. House of Sunny's vision is to be as sustainable as they can, which is why the implementation of virtual fashion would benefit their company massively. Virtual fashion would help their no waste and no fast fashion strategy, whilst also increasing their market share and profits, as currently they are available in 55 markets around the world. This would increase if they were to implement virtual fashion. As previously stated, House of Sunny target their products predominantly towards the younger generation, Gen Z 6 to 24 and early millennials 25 to 35. Their unique and on-trend products captivate young minds in their fashion sense, creating a strong connection between House of Sunny's products and the consumer's wardrobe. Generation Z is a powerfully influential cohort, full of inspiration and creativity when dabbling in the fashion industry. From a survey carried out by Ducat 2019 Mintel, it was found that out of 1,000 participants surveyed, 46% said that looking good is important for them, whereas 37% said that being environmentally friendly was important to them, and 32% said that being fashionable was important for them. The previous statistics show a clear connection between the determination of looking good and being ethical when shopping, which is shown to be a trait and priority that is becoming increasingly popular within this generation. This source also analysed the data and found that this generation is seen as a sensible group, following from the findings that Gen Z prioritises ethical behaviour along with studious attainment. However, this study does not consider the shopping behaviours of this generation when making this statement, as in this era, fast fashion, cheap prices and convenience is a Gen Z shopper's main priority, further contradicting the sensible impression of Gen Z from Ducat's findings. From an analysis report by McGuire and Arnott 2021, they found that over half of participants surveyed admitted to buying most of their clothes from fast fashion suppliers, such as Boohoo and Pretty Little Thing. So this shows that the urgency in having the latest and trendiest fashion is an ongoing trend within this generation. This follows on to the potential success from the implementation of virtual fashion, as consumers can instantly access new fashion with a lower price tag along with being more sustainable. Early millennials, 25 to 35, alike Gen Z, share priorities over looking good and feeling fashionable. With early generation millennials equally entering the world in a high-tech era, they share wants and needs revolving around social media and social presence. From research carried out by Wu 2018, she found that out of the 1,628 millennials asked, 13% more than Gen Xers posted their new purchases on social media, showing a connection between the power of social media and peer approval along with fashion. It was also found that millennials are open to new concepts and ideas when shopping, which further supports the idea of bringing in virtual fashion, as this is a concept that has not been fully introduced and trialled in the fashion industry. Although the statistics found in this specific study showed a love for social media, it is important to realise the gap between Gen Z and early millennials, as Gen Z is a generation almost completely brought up in a technological era, whereas millennials still had a large time period with not as much, which creates a problem where this new implementation needs to equally appropriate for both generations. From a podcast released by McKinsey 2020, they recognised that trends were started by millennials but pushed more by Gen Z, showing a likeness between the two so the marketing on new concepts is easier to create. The technology that this video is exploring is virtual fashion, which uses augmented reality. This alters the appearance of an image. The innovative use of this technology in the industry has helped pushing the reach of the market and help pushing this market into the games and technological environment. Virtual fashion is fashion that is completely virtual and is not a physical item. These items can be purchased online and downloaded onto a phone or laptop, in which the customer can then use different platforms to edit the clothing onto a picture, usually of themselves. Some companies selling virtual fashion already edit the items straight onto a customer's chosen photo. Shopping for these items is identical to online shopping for physical items. For example, highly successful The Fabricant platform has different categories you can browse through online on their website. Collections are separated to make it easier to find your ideal online wardrobe. An opportunity that could rise from the new concept of augmented reality is that House of Sunny would no longer have to limit the capacity of their products. They would be able to sell virtual versions of their products which would not damage the environment, along with still not supporting fast fashion, both of which House of Sunny is heavily focused on. This would also support their e-commerce only platform, as this reduces the need to use in-store physical outlets. One of the main opportunities and motivations for implementing this new technology is the social media boost this could give to House of Sunny, as this would be the main reasons for customers buying these virtual items to use them for social media platforms such as Instagram, which is a predominantly aesthetic focused platform for most users. From a study carried out by Mintel, it was found that 51% of participants use Instagram daily. It was also found that out of the main social media platforms such as Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter and Snapchat, Instagram is growing more than the others within the UK. This shows how strong the social media platform is. However, it was also found by Mintel that Facebook is a strong social media competitor, as in 2020, 35% of participants asked use Instagram predominantly, whereas 69% said that they use Facebook predominantly. The opportunity to use this new technology would be mainly supported by consumers using Instagram mainly, as that is a graphic social media, whereas Facebook is a life update and older generation social media. So the opportunity could be slightly tainted. However, the demographic that House of Sunny aims their products to assists with this problem. This section of the video will display a demo of how the consumer journey pans out currently, which also shows a clear way of how this would work for House of Sunny. The solutions the implementation of this tech could create are very rewarding for House of Sunny. As previously mentioned, this movement would connect with their target market seamlessly. As stated by McKinsey 2019, younger consumers, Gen Z and early millennials, are increasingly more aware about social and environmental issues, which influences their buying behaviour. This opinion from McKinsey is a justifiable opinion. There is still need to recognise the popularity of fast fashion. Another solution would be increased profit and less limited stock on their website, as there would be no need to limit the amount of drops they do, as with the clothing being virtual, it doesn't go against their values revolving around fast fashion. Increased popularity online would be another solution made, as this technology would be heavily focused on social media, meaning House of Sunny would be taking advantage of influencers. According to Draper's 2021, 80% of consumers increased their social media usage, which connects to the point that e-commerce are at a stronger standpoint currently because of the pandemic, furthermore supporting the need of a social media focus for House of Sunny. Virtual fashion and augmented reality is the next step for the fashion industry in general, especially for House of Sunny for their e-commerce platform and visions, as this would match in with the potential of the implementation of this new and upcoming technology.